Yo, what's up? This is your boy Randall. I'm the owner, CEO, and brand creator of SWIG, and I'm here with Stitched. Story behind my brand. My brand SWIG, basically I started it in 2015 is when I actually launched the brand, but the first time I heard the word SWIG was 2011. So whenever you see my designs, if you look at any of my designs, you'll see any of my designs, I always have 2011 because that was the year that I actually heard the word SWIG. So when I heard it, it was like love at first sight. I literally fell in love with the word, and I decided a few years later that I wanted to start a brand with it.
Can you tell us about your brand name?
So my brand name is SWIG, and it stands for Style with Individual Greatness.
How about the logo? How did you create it, and what does it stand for?
So I have a lot of different logos, but it's really 4 logos that are like my main ones. The number one is, the first one I ever had is the cloud. So it's like a cloud, it's a thinking cloud. And then it has the word SWIG, but each letter of the word SWIG is different. So it's a different font. So that's why you get Style with Individual Greatness. So that's why I get that logo. And then I have my new reamped one, which is gonna be like a circle. And it has Style with Individual Greatness written inside the circle. So those are the 2 main ones that I use now.
What type of customer do you envision wearing your brand?
Any customer. Anyone that wants to be themselves. So it could be old, it could be young, tall, short, any skin color, any SWIG is for everybody.
Can you tell us about the creative process that inspires you?
My creative process is honestly like, I'm born in 1991, so I like a lot of old school stuff. I'm a big thrift store shopper, so like I'll go to the thrift stores and I get a lot of inspiration from there. I get inspiration from like music, I get inspiration from like TV shows, and also other brands too, like the bigger brands as well. They inspire me as well.
Can you elaborate on the designs you brought with you today?
These are like the 2 latest ones I've done. So this one is a t-shirt. It's basically what one of SWIG's purposes is spread love. So that's why I have spread, and then I have the earth heart, because we like spread love in the O. I'm sorry, in the V. And then one of the other purposes behind this is bringing people together. So basically what I like to do is just bring as many people together as possible through my brand. So that's the message between this one. This one was, I don't know, I was just playing with it. My favorite color is red. I call it the SWIG red. So I always tell myself whenever I'm, wealthy, I'm gonna get myself a red, fancy car. So that's where I got that from. And then I just love like the typography of the letters of Style with Individual Greatness.
What fabric and materials did you use?
This one is, I think it's 7 ounce heavy cotton. And this is cotton as well.
Are there any trims or accents we should be aware of?
So like this hat right here, it's a custom hat I bought when I was in New York. So I like embroidered some logos, my Earth logo. If you guys know, I'm like infatuated with the Earth. I think that is like the way the Earth looks with the green and the blue, I think it's super dope. So that's embroidered right there. And then this right here is gonna be direct to garment. So that's like full ink, directly on the shirt. And then this is gonna be puff printed, so it has like a thicker feeling to it with the direct to garment on the back as well.
How would you incorporate these designs in an outfit?
With SWIG, honestly, with Style with Individual Greatness, you could do it however you want to do it. For this one, I think I wore like some black ripped jeans with it. I think I put out my my cement 4s, and then I just put a regular Tampa Bay hat, and it came out dope. The good thing about SWIG is you can wear it whatever you want, however you want it. As long as you feel good with yourself, that's what makes you great.
We never see you on social media. Why is that?
Because I'm a very, very private person, number one. Number two, I never wanted to be that guy that had a brand and that like posted, nothing against people that do that, but every time they dropped a piece of merch, they would wear it, post it of themselves, and they're like all over the page. I feel like it would get annoying to the customers quick. So me, I personally like to post as many other people so they could show the message, or they could show their way of how they wear SWIG, or how they style SWIG, or how they feel in SWIG. I'll post myself probably like once a year maybe. But it's always, when I do post myself, it's kind of like when I do like a big accomplishment. Like if I did a really good pop-up, or I did a fashion show, or something that's like, I'm proud, you know, I'm super proud, and I want people to know. And it's kind of nice because when you don't show yourself as much, and then you finally do show yourself, your presence is more appreciated. So that's just kind of how I like to do it. Some people don't even know I'm SWIG. I think it's cool.
How has starting your brand changed your life?
Starting my brand changed my life because growing up, my whole life, I really never felt like I had something to be proud for. Like, I never was like the greatest in sports. I never really was artistic. I never really was, you know, I came home with good grades, but I never was honor student or anything like that. So whenever I came up with SWIG, I just remember, you know, people being proud of me. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that first time where, like, I remember when I do my first pop-up ever, my mom was like working the door for me. Like working the door for me, and just seeing my mom smile for something that I created was like, bro, like, it's like a dream, you know what I mean? So it changed my life because it allowed me to find something that people are proud of me, and something that I'm proud of myself.
Has there ever been a time you felt like giving up on SWIG?
There was 2 times. The first time, it was like early in my journey. It was like 2000, maybe like 16, 17. It's when I just, you know, me and people I used to work with didn't get, you know, things happened there, and I didn't really, it's not that I didn't believe in it, but like I believed that it had potential, but also I was like, I could work at this job and be a manager at this job and live that life, and like, you know, and I was like, you know, it was frustrating because of friendships and stuff that were involved. So I almost gave it up that time, but I didn't do it that time. And the most recent time was last year. Last year, I almost gave it up because I just didn't find happiness in it. It's not because of SWIG, because honestly, that word has brought like ultimate amount of joy into my life. But it was just the fact that like life kept just beating up on me, like consistently to the point where it's just like I couldn't find any joy in it. Just not because of it, it's just because of life. And I just thought about putting it down until, you know, I actually had a friend call me, my homegirl. She called me and she was like, yo, I got a smoke shop. I want to put your brand in it. And I didn't hear this in like a couple months. And I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds good. Sounds familiar, because I used to get it a lot. So it was like, damn, that sounds familiar. So I was like, you know what? I done came too far. I done worked too hard, too many tears. I done used so much, I invested so much money. I got so many people that would be disappointed. I would be disappointing if I did put it down. You know, and then I was like, yo, you know what? This is SWIG is who I am. So, you know what? After just hearing that phone call of somebody still believing in what I was doing, really made me decide to not put it down. But I was close. I was real close. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I'm still finding my way through it, you know?
If someone were in your shoes just starting out, what advice would you give them?
I would find a purpose. That would be the first thing you do. Find a purpose, find a logo. You have to find something that actually means something to you. A lot of people start brands and they just say, oh, I want to put this, and then 2 months later, they change their mind because they want to sell on it. I would say find a purpose, find a logo, find something that means something to you. Like SWIG saved my life, if we're being honest. because I could be doing a million other things. But SWIG gives me a reason to inspire, a reason to create, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I would say stay consistent, give it to God, let God guide you through it. I would say, you know, be able to understand that this is not gonna be easy. You know, if you're not consistent with it, it's not gonna grow. And then you gotta do your research, you know, find out different kind of t-shirts, learn about different types of printing, all the different types of printing. Study your favorite brands. Like me, I love Kith. If you guys don't know what Kith brand is, I think that's one of the dopest brands ever. And I watch them, and I study Supreme a little bit, but I'm still trying to figure out how they could put a shirt out and sell it for $150 and people are jumping over gates for, you know? So it's like, I would study brands that you look up to and see what they're doing and, you know, take what they're doing and add it to yours and then mix it together, and then you have your own piece.
What can the world expect from your brand?
They can expect me to, my brand to like bring people together, spread love, allow people to be themselves, because as long as you're yourself and you do what you want, how you want, and however you want it, that's what makes you great. So that's what SWIG is.
Where can people find and purchase your brand?
cityofswig.com is the website. You can find me on Instagram at cityofswig and Twitter on cityofswig.